talking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Eagles 13.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Forced out to his left. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The return man, Wilson. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Green once again the intended receiver. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep rights, and that's caught inside the 30. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here
13
and dance around it a little bit,
Randy Bullock,
but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Boston Scott on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him.
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check. Nice 57. 57's right. Here we go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Here's Sanders, and he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. But it'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling's working.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hurts throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
27-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. is Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. They dialed up a 3rd-and-1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Elliott good on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air, Allen. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Flush to his right. Open man is Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 49 yards. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Well, Charles. You said it after the fourth down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with a touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Here we go now as they will again try for two. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it out.
Throwing is Hurts. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 58 yards. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Elliott now to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers, it's...
It got his man complete. There goes Green. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Scott on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24.
Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love it.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes.
Jalen Hurts sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Keeps himself upright. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just no.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. He'll field this at the 5. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On the move to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there and try to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
16 yards.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Now Sanders. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Sanders, the ball
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
9-yard line. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Now back to throw. Hurts fumbles it.
Mike Daniel. Brandon Allen sack.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
4. Eagles 30.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Brandon Wilson. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Bengals 82.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Boston Scott on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jalen Hurts sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his right. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be a second and long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there, because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. He'll run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
12 yards there and a 1st down. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. Fighting through pressure. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. Now Allen. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Push him back.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
3rd down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Brought down by Nate Gehring.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.